what's up? Welcome back to Fireside. My name is Zach, and I am here with John. And today we are going to watch WandaVision, Season 1, Episode 6, all new Halloween Spooktacular. So, a Halloween episode. I did see a thumbnail, I guess, of this episode. And I don't think it's a spoiler. It was just what's his face? Vision dressed up as himself, but like in a cheesy Halloween costume. So.
Okay, some fourth wall stuff going on.
So yeah, what do you think's gonna happen?
Well, based on last episode, where it was basically just the outside world contextualizing everything that was happening with inside.
Yeah.
This was obviously Wanda's creation. It basically came out and said, but we don't know how or ultimately why.
Yeah.
This episode, I think Vision's gonna snap. And no, because Pedro was introduced last episode, wasn't
it? So last time, both of us didn't realize, and I don't know why I didn't catch it. I realized it was Quicksilver, but I didn't realize it was the Quicksilver from the X-Men universe. So,
not the Avengers?
Yeah, not the Avengers.
I see. So,
people are thinking that's an official crossover between, X-Men and Marvel, finally, since we do know that Disney did buy out
a lot of those rights.
Did they buy out all Fox? Because I know they bought out Deadpool, X-Men.
They bought out a bunch of stuff,
Spider-Man.
like The Simpsons.
Sony. I guess it's not Fox, but...
Anyways, in this episode, based on the introduction of Quicksilver, I think that there's going to be a lot of contention going on with Vision and Wanda.
Yeah, I think so. I don't... Because do you think Vision would recognize Quicksilver? Would he recognize that that's not like Wanda's brother? Or does he not have a memory of Quicksilver? Of Pietro in his mind,
I don't think it really matters to Vision.
Yeah.
The character himself is going to bring up enough conflict between Wanda and Vision that it's going to be kind of irrelevant of where he actually is coming from.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you think? Should we hop in here?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other predictions that I might have.
Next episode, I predict it will be Thanksgiving themed.
Predictions. So I was watching. So I do watch a lot of other reactions because I enjoy that, and watching it over and over from editing, you catch some more things, and so one thing that from the last episode is that when Vision did that one thing to the guy and he like woke up and he was like, help me or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He never mentioned Wanda. He always mentioned a woman. And then at the end of the episode, Wanda was saying how she doesn't even know how any of this started in the first place.
Right.
So if she's telling the truth and not gaslighting Vision, then there could be someone else involved, aka Agnes. And,
who's that?
She's that one neighbor that always comes over with that she needs. And she seems to be somewhat aware because she seems to be aware that this is like an act.
Yes.
And it seems like Wanda's the director. Yeah. She's like asking Wanda for direction, It's
like yes, all the neighbors seem to be having these red flags.
Yeah.
But
they seem to be catching on, so to speak.
But there's obviously this massive suppression of free will.
Yeah. So there's a lot of I have no idea what's going to happen with this one. Something with Pietro, because they just left it off with that cliffhanger with Pietro. They could really do anything.
Just like a soap
maybe
opera.
In the outside world, they'll because one thing that also happened is when Pietro came in, and Darcy on the TV was talking about did they recast Pietro? When that was happening, there was an alarm going off in the background, like the same alarm that was going off when Wanda came through the.
Oh, really?
So someone showed up or something happened when that happened. So I don't know if it was him. Like maybe it was actually Quicksilver, and he like speed ran into
The
Westview or something.
Westview.
Yeah,
I see.
who knows?
I see. All right.
I guess we're about
There's
to find
an
out,
idea.
So, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
All right. Well, let's hop in here.
Awesome.
3, 2, 1.
And go. All right.
All right.
So is Vision just back in it? He's just in the act again.
You got pretty good handles on those bowls of cereal.
Yeah.
Remember it?
You probably suppressed a lot of the trauma.
Oh, because they have different memories.
Well,
I bet you in the reality he's really only has time to process it when they're live.
Yeah.
Halloween is a bacchanal.
I think he was probably the speedster one.
Remember that this is over.
We never saw what happened to the beekeeper.
Oh, that's right.
Now we're powered individuals.
Like something's
Yes,
up
I
with him.
know your history with Carol Danvers.
It is if you're a winner.
So there's kids now.
That's true. There weren't any other
lot more
kids
people,
before.
too. There's
Right.
When we were at the orphanage after Mom and Dad died.
His speedster running
Now everyone's covered
is
in
like it was in Avengers. Not
Not
like
like it is
like
in
an
X-Men.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I got.
And that guy's picking up.
So he just like went for a walk, I
Oh
guess.
damn, she's. Dude, that's messed up.
Yeah, this is screaming 90s to me, man.
I used to be like that all the time. Snack for survivors.
All right.
Okay. Guess he wasn't a survivor.
I'm sure I'm gonna watch some breakdowns of that.
So it seems like his script is like much more subconscious driven because he's calling out his role.
Yeah.
Like, this is why you scripted me, isn't it?
Wanda's brother came to town.
I just need to hack into the secure network on the base.
I just need to hack.
Dunzo.
He's probably trying to rebuild Ultron. That's what I'm guessing.
That's a thought.
It's like animatronics and like Chicken Cheese, you know? It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I'll just put it back.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, neighbor.
It's so weird. 'Cause it's like, it seems like deep down like they know it, but like they're being forced to like do it, you know? So I'm guessing he's only alive within this magic because her magic comes from the Mind Stone, which is how he was alive, was the Mind Stone. So maybe within Westview it's like a battery for him.
I see.
Into the hex will be here.
Holy cow. This neighborhood goes all out.
So maybe she actually is clueless about like
You don't
everything.
think it's wrong.
It's gonna turn to a pile of vibranium if he goes through.
Your dad, my head, he's in trouble.
Damn. That's a
I don't understand what's happening.
third vision death.
Where is he? Where's your dad?
Just gonna expand it real big or something.
Jimmy, do you see that?
Turn them into mimes.
That's so crazy.
Sucks.
Damn. That got real big, real fast.
Is it still growing?
So, oh damn. That was the end?
Yeah.
Well,
I kind of saw that coming as soon as it started broadcasting out of the truck. As soon as that
damn.
lonely call went out, it's like, oh yeah, there's the end.
So were all the bases taken? The whole, like all the campsites taken out?
I think so. Like, that's how much it expanded. That's the point of that
Yeah.
call at the end. Just like, is anybody
so
there?
Darcy got stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
Vision's back. So Vision, I think that probably confirms he is not alive, and that this whole thing is kind of just keeping him alive because the power is
Correct.
from the Mind Stone.
Correct.
Let's see. Pietro.
I liked
Seems
his
to have
character.
he seems to have been casted. So it seems like there's like maybe a director, like a casting director, like a writer, or whatever. And I don't think Wanda is all of them. You know what I mean? Like I don't think she's necessarily casting everyone like Pietro.
I'm not sure what you
seems
mean
like-
by casting one, because Pedro's the only new person.
Yeah. Well, it seems like someone else told Pietro, "Hey, this is your character. This is like your personality." You know, like gave him a rundown of what his character is, and then put him into Wanda's world. Because I don't think that Wanda created Quicksilver, because just the fact that it's that actor specifically.
No, I think she did. She made this call or whatever, like he said. He came in, got stuck into her reality, but he knows the Scarlet Witch. This is his sister. So he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I'm here to help, but like, I don't even know, what are you doing?
See, I don't think. See, there are theories that maybe she just created like everyone is something of her creation. I don't think
that's
I
true.
Really don't think so. Like when she's acting like she doesn't know like how things started, I think that's actually honest.
Legitimate.
Yeah,
I believe that's
I think
legitimate.
She knows a lot less than we think she does. So she might be, like the conduit of how it's all happening.
Oh,
But
so
like with Pietro, it's like because there are theories of Pietro, and people were thinking maybe it is just a sitcom trope of recasting a character, and it's just a recast and they use, but people were saying it's like the fact that they specifically used that actor, it's like that actor from the X-Men universe to play Quicksilver. It's like that's not just like, to me that's not just like, oh,
an accident.
Gonna, like,
right.
She just created him and that's it. It's like I feel like he is Quicksilver from, but I don't know, because I'm wondering also if the rules. Do you know the rule of like you can't think or dream of someone that you've never seen or whatever?
I've heard that theory. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is true, like maybe she can't, like, just create someone that she hasn't seen. I don't know.
I think that
I think the kids are real.
Well, this is the question that I have: is this something happened to her, or is she being exploited by something?
I think she's being exploited. I think. Let's see. How would it work? I think it is set up to where it's like, where there's like there's other people in charge, maybe one other person, but it's set up to where it's like there's a director, like maybe that's her. She's like kind of directing the whole thing, but she's not writing it. You know, she's not
scripting it.
She's
right.
Not, like, you know, I don't think she's doing everything. So maybe she like found someone with power, made a deal with them to like.
Who's she? Wanda?
Yeah, maybe Wanda found someone. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Made a deal with them. Or something. I don't know. Or if this is just a manifestation of her, like her going crazy or whatever. And yeah, I don't know.
That's an option. She could be just going nuts. Yeah. I don't think that's very much the case, though. Where do you see it going next episode?
Let's see. After that, I see other people coming in because it's just them. Like I don't like. What are they gonna do now? You know, like it's. To me, it's interesting that none of the Avengers have come in yet. I think Thor is off with the Guardians of the Galaxy in space somewhere. I think.
But
yeah, a lot
Ant-Man and.
But this is like some high level shit, you know. You think, especially like Ant-Man. He like he's a scientist. He works with like the quantum stuff. Maybe he'll come in. Maybe we'll see an appearance of Ant-Man. Maybe if this is an official crossover of X-Men and MCU, maybe we'll see Professor X.
That's true. That would be interesting.
With, like, mind sort of stuff.
Yeah, but there's no way in no world I see Professor X exploiting Scarlet Witch like this.
Oh no, I don't think that. I think maybe
make a
because
cameo.
now that the people that are trying to help Mayward, whatever his name is, Hayward. So him and plus like all the other people, like this cop guy,
Right.
who, like what are they gonna do now? That's what I'm thinking. So some other people are gonna come in, like they'll maybe call in some more people from Sword and make it a more like bigger thing than it was. Does that make sense?
I think there's going to be reinforcements, yes. Because what's his name? The director got away. He's just going to go get more guys.
Didn't he get away with Wu, the officer?
No,
the
that
FBI?
was something. I can never remember her name.
Darcy, the scientist?
No.
Captain Rambo?
Yes. And Wu fled in a different vehicle. Darcy got sucked into the thingamajigger. So she found something that was worth, staying there for.
Yeah.
But it didn't tell you what. So the trick is she going to remember that next episode.
True, yeah.
And I think that's going to be a crux.
Because he wants... it seemed like he was just disintegrating Vision, so I don't know if he'd be a pile of vibranium.
Well, I don't think he was doing anything. I think Vision was trying to leave.
Well, Vision was like when Vision was disintegrating.
Right.
When I think I couldn't tell. It just seemed like he was disintegrating.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't seem like he was like falling into like an old rusted like pile of vibranium.
I don't think vibranium would rust or anything.
So or decay, whatever.
Okay. Right. Right.
But,
well, I think he was getting sucked back in.
Yeah. Well, he's getting sucked back. Yes, I don't know. Like, yeah, maybe that's what that was. Because he obviously wants the vibranium body, and what I'm thinking, it popped in my mind. It's like maybe he's trying to rebuild Ultron or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But when Wanda took the body, there's footage of like the security cameras, and Vision was all cut up, and his limbs were all cut up into different pieces. So if they're trying to create Ultron, he probably wouldn't do that. So I don't know. Because Sword and this is sentient weapons. Something.
It's.
But in the comics, it's like sentient world observation.
I see.
And defense, whatever. Yeah.
But in here
this
it's
one is sentient weapons. And they were talking about in the 4th episode, like the exposition episode.
Right.
He was talking about how since the blip, they start transitioning into more robotics and sentient weapons and stuff like that.
To try and compensate, right?
So I don't know, yeah.
That guy was a dick.
Yeah, he's got something. So maybe people are thinking that he's part of like all of this, But
could be.
I don't know. It seems like he's only a part of this because she took Vision's body, and that's why he's a part of it. Because
he's trying to reclaim it.
He wants that back. I don't think he has
much more involvement than that.
But yeah. So prediction. I don't know if I could think of any predictions.
I think Vision will remember
We have
that.
3 episodes left.
Correct. I think Vision will remember that they realize that they're trapped.
Yeah.
I think Pedro will cause Wanda to realize that, what she's doing is unethical.
Like when she was trying to probe him, is that what it is? Like trying to get answers out of him. Like she's asking questions about their past to see if he would know. And he was like, "Oh, you're trying to catch me," because I don't think he knows. Because that's not the same.
No.
It's not the same Pedro. He doesn't have the same memories. So
correct.
And he mentioned something about his past.
But that Pedro knows that he's not the same Pedro.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So he had a sister named Wanda, and she had a brother named Pietro, but they're obviously different universes. So, yeah, who knows? And I don't think Scarlet Witch was ever mentioned in any movie. The name Scarlet Witch.
I couldn't tell you.
It's weird things. It's like you can use this character, but you cannot use the name Scarlet Witch. It's like okay.
All right. However that works out.
Yeah. So I thought it was a good episode.
I thought it was good.
Longer. I didn't know that was gonna be the end. But
It was a good 35-minute episode. It packed a lot though, and that's what it made it seem quick. Is it just it delivered, kept going.
More people in the place, and it seems like if they're out of range of her, then they're frozen. Just like, and it seems like that they're real people because that one chick was like frozen there and she was
crying. Well, and I noticed that in this episode, in each progressing episode, Wanda seems to add more and more depth to the show to make it deeper and deeper. For instance, this one had the kids and had all the people.
It didn't have the laughing track anymore.
Had the interest. I remember that. What'd you think of the commercial on this episode?
Oh, yeah, that was.
That was
I wonder what that. I think that was foreshadowing Vision, because magic is like keeping. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Like it says like something about magic and like
surviving.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then something like that.
Couldn't open it and didn't survive.
So I don't know if that's a reference to anything.
Don't know.
Maybe she didn't have the power to.
It was a weird cartoon. That's what it was.
It's definitely 90s.
If I have to go back and watch some of the 90s ads again, because if they're all that weird, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Because part of the 90s, like part in watching 90s Saturday cartoons on like Nickelodeon and stuff. All those wacky commercials.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
What is this? I could only imagine being parents to those kids be like, what on earth are you guys watching? This is ridiculous.
And SpongeBob and stuff. They're like, what the heck is this? Kids don't get it, so it's whatever.
Right.
Sweet. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's a good episode. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, 3 more episodes. So I think some crazy shit's gonna happen.
I hope so.
Now that thing's getting bigger and it's more of a threat, I'm hoping that they call in some bigger people to help. Like
some Avengers. Right.
Like,
it's like, all right, guys, you had your chance. Time to pass up the buck.
But yeah, so we'll see.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you next time on Pyre Side.
Yep, and